All right, you know how Zeke gets down, guys. He likes to have some fun over on the desk. You give him the mic, and he takes it away. But either way, we are hopping right back in. It's Monster Deface. It's Clay Staling here. And like Zeke mentioned, we are getting into the action to get all caught up here. And the first person we're touching down base with, it's Mongrel. Mongrel, who was just dethroned by Reason. Reason, one of the hottest players on the competitive real estate on the market right now, quite literally, putting up such a performance today. The first place hold is not too strong, though. He's only up by 2 points. But it's Mongrel who's at 33 right now in the top 3 slotting. And this is another fight that's going to matter so much here, Clay, because he already has 1 elimination, but he has to continue to back these players off.
And in all honesty, he can completely disengage. He's got peppers to run away. He's got the loot that he wants. He's good to disengage, but he wants this elim because he knows what disadvantage he's at. He's also got some loot down there as well, which I can only assume is from his other elimination there that he's backed that player off of. Those henchmen shooting all around him. He's got to be careful as well. But overall, Mongrel in a very good spot. Picked up an early elimination, picked up the mythic boss loot already. Now he's on his way out of the POI and continuing to rotate out. Almost max materials already. Only, what, 3 minutes into this game?
That's right, and it's more about laying down the law here. Let's not forget, this is only the first major step, right? Qualifying towards your way to grand finals, and then you have to defend your drop spot. You have to really put on a show. So if you're already in the position now to succeed towards that top 50, I think it is important to fend off your drop spot and play as aggro as possible, really alpha up here. And speaking of which, here's Mr. Savage doing a little bit of a flex drop off of his typical boat drop spot. He's already on the move here. Remember, we're deep into the action, so you can see that the loot route has already played its favor. Mr. Savage has already cleared out his drop spot, and now he's rotating on his pathing through the islands. This is also what he likes to do here. He's already switching things up. Instead of using the river rotate, he's taking the landmass to get straight into this next zone, which is looking like it's going to favor down westward towards the southwest portions of the map. So a little bit of a different terrain we're looking at here, Clay, moving into this game number 5.
It'll be the first time we see this new area around Rickety Rig and Slurpee really play into where the zone is. We talked about earlier, and it's been mentioned, right? The old guard versus the new guard. Who's going to submit their legacy here today in Fortnite, right? Rezon at the top, a relatively an unknown player if you're not paying that much attention to competitive Fortnite, really popped off in FNCS duos and has been dominating ever since. Has come in and said, hey, you know what? It's not just a one-off thing. I am here, and I'm here to make a name for myself. Hen, as well, one of the lesser-known players in the European region as well, is trying to make a name for themselves over players like Savage, Mongrel, and Benji, who are right there in 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
And I love the little stat drop there. This is the first time we've ever seen Savage, Benji, and Mongrel all in the top 5 in a solo competition. So history being made here. The biggest profiles on the EU region, all at the top of the food chain right now, making it that much more exciting. But I can't stop talking about Hen and Reason, who I think are some of the hottest players out there. They have to get the respect that they deserve. You got to give it to them because they've been putting up a show. It's not just on team-based game modes. It's in a solo setting where they're shining the most here. But hold up, Savage is on a battle right now. He's rotated into Pleasant Park, and he's feeling the confidence in his bones right now as he's pushing through. There it is, the sideways box hop, and it's not going to work, but it's okay because he continues to find the tactical tags right through the cracks when it matters most here. Continue to set up, though, Clay. He wants this fight. Look at him. He's going in.
He won it, and he got it, and he ended it quickly. And that's the best thing about Savage in these fights that we've seen time and time and again, is once he gets in quick, he finishes the fight, or he gets eliminated, and then it's done, right? He's not taking time to really build out, to go box to box to box. It's in and out. It's quick, and that's how you have to fight in these solo early into mid games, because if you're fighting and you're build fighting to max height, obviously we all know that's definitely not the wave, as we're now on board here again with Benji, right? We've saw Mongrel, we've seen Savage, and now Benji, who turned online very, 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 very early on, but has yet kind of slowed down a little bit. They still got these last couple of games to make it towards that, first spot, right? He's not going to be satisfied unless he's in first. And as we see now, he saw that player rotate in. He's looking to set up a little bit of an ambush down onto this player. He's got to be careful, though. There is a player in the box right nearby. Not surprised, though, if Benji gets this beam and just decides to push.
Let's talk about the confidence. We tuned in with Mongrel already on the Elam. We tuned in with the Savage already on 2. Benji Fishy, the only one of the three right now who hasn't quite found anything just yet. Let's see how it's going to play out, though, as Mr. Savage is still feeling the aggression in his bones. Like we said, he's continuing to push on through. He's backed this player off. And I think this guy has an idea of who it is that's on his heels right now. It's Mr. Savage setting up the box boost. He's trying to get into your positioning now. And just think about it, right? The way Fortnite landscape has already changed. Everyone knows now, if you stay in the box, you're not safe, not by any means. The crash pads are going to let you in every single time. And it's Kylex. This is a big, big elimination for him. Kylex, who was doing A-OK. He was in that top 20. And now he's taken out early coming into game 5. You have to think his position in the tournament is probably in the air now.
I would definitely think so. That was so smart by Savage to make an edit, close it really quick to fake that edit. So Kylie started to drop down, and then he can make the edit that he really wanted to and get the elimination. Very, very well played, and I wouldn't expect it any other way. Now we're on board here with Teak, who, again, very, very big name in these last coming months, has definitely popped off time and time and again, winning that dream hack open there just a little bit ago. He's going to pick up the elimination there onto Rotary. He's got another player nearby, but I think this is going to be the end of the side. I think that player realized, hey, a third party came in. They got siphoned relatively quickly. I'm not going to mess with that. Dropping a little dance there on the opponent just to make sure they know, hey, I'm here. I had a bad couple games, but I'm here. And now, talking about whether or not Benji's going to get elimination. He's in a box. He's got that player one shot. Flashback could be used here. He does have the wall. The edit going to be a little bit slow there for Benji, but he's still got the pressure up. There with the top. He is going to try to get in the box, but that crash pad going to come out for the player. And this should be easy pickings here for Benji, but he's going to miss that crash pad. And that player going to be able to skate away for the time being. But I think Benji's going to be able to follow that player right in and pick that elimination up.
That's right. I mean, you know he wants a piece of this action right here. He wants this point, especially after how much he's already put into the opponent. This guy's running for his dear life, though. I think that's 6 crash pads right there. He's already through. And now you can see he's backed his way up into another set of an opponent here. It's Nate and Lazarov. So Lazarov is the one who's in the most peculiar situation, getting tagged up from multiple angles here now. And Benji's in the box. Hello. Bye-bye, Lazarov. The key to open up the box was the tactical right through the roof here now. Didn't even need a crash pad to enter on in, but instead, he finds his way in for free just by putting a little bit of pressure up from above. Now Benji, full-on refresher in the mid-game. We know how important that can be. And he's got the heals. He's got the floppers, right? So an end game is looking very likely right now for Benji.
Another player that's in that top 10, Marine, who has been a very, very great solo player over just the longest period of time, starting with that DreamHack Winter win. It was a very, very great win from him. And again, having great placements. I think in DreamHack got top 5, I think 5th place exactly there. Looking to solidify that. Right now, he was sitting in 6th going into this game. So right on the edge. Again, top 50 is what players are, you know, playing for to move on to heats. But everybody here wants to get that first place, wants to get that extra little bit of recognition as well as the casters. Shots are coming through. Marine is going to third party so beautifully. And the target selection was perfect because he chose the weaker player.
That's right. Vevi didn't have any shield there. Now let's just talk about Marine's current run right now. He's off to a phenomenal start. If you just reference the way he played at DreamHack, he only came up towards the tail end. This time around, Marine's looking like in good shape right now. He's looking like he's in really good shape. So I'm excited to see how he's going to pull through for tomorrow because I think he solidified his way through the top 50. Any of these players right now in this 30-plus point range is looking very likely to continue to pull on through. Benji's going to narrowly dodge the harpoon shot there. And now another player is going to be the victim here as he's pushing on through, looking for the control of the walls, the double boost through, and now the ramp inside. Here goes the box. And no, the crash pad is just enough for that guy to escape, but not before getting tagged by Benji with the shotgun. You know he's going to finish the deal here. Let's see now, Clay, as he's trying to pick and move and decide what the finishing move is going to be. He's got a world of options, right? He can boost in with the ramp. Yes, he can. Or take the crash pad. This is going to be Flick, though. Oh, no. Yes, and he rates the fight. It's going to be a 4 out of 10 for the escape route Flick. It was not good enough there. Or was that Frey? Excuse me. I think it was Frey, so it was not going to be good enough. GG's.
Benji is playing like he is so far behind. He's playing it so well. When you look at the way he's playing, it looks like he is down 20, 30 points In reality, he's only down about 13, 12 points at this point, as we see Rezon now on your screen again, our current leader right now coming into this game. He started out with 47 points now. Just that placement coming on through. But Rezon as well, changing up their play style. We saw Rezon last game play very confidently and go very aggressive. Now moving into game number 5, they're playing a little bit more passively. They're saying, okay, wait, now it's getting into those moments where if I make a mistake, if I make the smallest wrong move, that is my tournament on the line.
Let's just talk about Rezon's performance as well. Grand Finals is where he has yet to show up on these big stage tournaments, right? He fell short on DreamHack, but his qualifying days were so good. I think he actually took away the open qualify day, the semi-final day for DreamHack. So it just shows you these days where the fighting matters most, right? Where typically you need to, you know, more play a little bit more confidently and take battles for the W key. He shines, but this is a special situation where it's still the top 100, right? And he's doing it here, so he's showing championship quality as a player. This will be arguably as good as the Grand Finals. These games, there's just as much on the line as far as players' skill goes. Here's Seventor, though. Seventor has been killing it today as well, also in the top 10 here. Just take a look at him already putting that compact to use right now, looking to get inside as well now. Doesn't grab the wall, but I think there's a player shooting from behind here, Clay. He's got the advantage.
He definitely does, and this is just perfect control over the box in the surrounding area. As Saven is just going to go down to a couple tag shots. Seventor played that very, very well, and now he's going to be able to reap the benefits there. Again, another fight that was relatively quick. It wasn't like 7 different boxes long. You see it's just a little bit of a 2x4 there. As Seventor is now sitting comfortably in his own builds. He's got extra mats in case zone moves a little bit towards him. They set up. He's looking good. And as you see the placement format there on your screen, he's not in that second tier of placement yet, which it's only elims right now for him. He's looking really good. This could be the game that turns it online for him. Yeah,
now that I think about it, with Frey falling down, who's in top 10, to Benji, that puts a complete pause on him, and he only had 28 points. So Seventor is in 11th place right now. He is just behind where Frey was. So with Frey out of the game, this is his opportunity to break into top 10 now and give himself an opportunity to be in that top 10 standing, that prestigious top 10. But no, he gets beamed as he crosses here. But lucky for him, he's playing the fish game right now. The irony enough. And no, the pressure is still too much. Someone collapses on top of him. And that means top 10 is out of the grasp for game 5, and it's over for him. One game remains for him to now prove himself as a top 50 player.
And that's the problem with using those crash pads that way. We all know if you throw the crash pad onto itself, it's going to bounce a perfect distance for you to get it in the next bounce. But if you line that up, if you catch it like that, you are 100% going to just get beamed out of the air like he did. As we now hop on board here with BL Hen, right? BL Henchman there on your screen. He's got the perfect loadout for this zone. He is 39 above, and that's going to be a little bit of a cause for concern. Because if you look around him, there is nobody. He's got a couple players right nearby, but he is all alone on this side of the zone. You see just completely open to the right. There's some players that he can shoot at. If he goes down, he is going to have to make a crash pad play into a box to get aggressive, and I don't think he wants to play that style of play. He's more than one of those players that plays aggressive in-game and gets those elims or in-game like we saw that last game. He picked up the dub. He's going to have to make a play here for more Storm Surge tags.
And I'm just thinking about the stark differences between Hen and Rezon, 2 up-and-coming pros who've been around for some time. Rezon now finally finding his success, of course. Hen, he's been around for even longer than that. But think about the style, right? Rezon's taking all the fights. He's looking for the action. Hen's been somewhat passive, somewhat dormant coming into this mid-game, but both of which are at the same level on the standings, right? We're talking, oh my gosh, a 2-point difference, and that's probably why he likes to hide, because the unlucky factor is that you can get sniped at any given time, and that's what we see right there as Hen finally looks to open up his box and get into the action for Storm Surge tags. He gets absolutely demolished for doing so. This is a big opportunity now for Benji, who just lit up the feed, for Mongrel, who's looking to continue to inch his way up, and of course for Rezon to continue to run away with the competition. But no, Mongrel gets taken out by Diox in a box fight that was so awkward because of the tree.
What an awkward situation to be in. I would not have wanted to fight there. I don't think anybody would have, but Yas able to get that going. As Benji's going to crash pad through the middle of your screen. Rezon's going to crash pad, but the opposite way that he wanted to there. Now going to try it again. Going to try to get into that zone. Only got one crash pad left. Did end up using it. Will not be in zone right now. He's got a little bit to go. And he is going to be able to make it there with a couple little builds. He's at 53 builds. This is not looking good. But Rezon has been playing so well on low match and so well at finding eliminations. And I think he should be able to find some out of the sky if he's able to hit those shots. But unfortunately, only one player flew near. That's all he's going to be able to do. But wait, he's setting up a little bit of an ambush. There's a player right above him trying to take his cone there. And I think he's going to go for the edit shot there onto him. His shot's coming through. That's going to be splashed there. Trying to get aggressive, and I don't think they want to get aggressive onto Rezon because he will just demolish you. And look at that shot. Monster duos, current duos right by each other. Benji and Savage, they couldn't turn on each other at any moment.
We've already seen them nearly go against one another in that last end game, but it was Monger who took out Benji or Mr. Savage instead. We'll see if it's going to be Benji on the better side now, both of which are getting their peak on here. You can see that Benji is looking for information. He's just scouting the field right now. Already at 3 eliminations. He's off to a strong start, but this is where things really start to get interesting. This is that end game for Fortnite that we know and love. And guess who's right underneath the box? I think it's Mr. Savage, who's sitting literally right underneath his box. Okay, Benji's gonna back up now. That's a threat level that's a little too high for his radar, but instead he jumps into someone else's box, Clay. He wants to take this box fight. This guy's panicking, but no, someone comes from behind. He has to grab it, and Benji gets sandwiched here. It's Floki who comes out on top, and he might have been saved by the third party.
The pressure from Savage caused Benji to move out of his box. With low mats, he had nothing he could do, and unfortunately just going down. And that's really good for Rezon and company, as they know, hey, Benji just went down. I've got a good run up to the top, and Rezon continuing to try to maintain his lead. Very little mats, very little to work with this inventory, but he's got that charge shotgun, and that has been his moment to impact everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Oi, oi, oi. Just gonna get deleted. He was 3 HP.
That was so close for him. Reason literally looking like he's trying to put on an Arkham-esque style championship run right here, except it's not even championship day. It's just the road to the championship right now, and Reason is putting up such a show right now. Here's the big pot. He finds himself the big opportunity to heal now, and Storm Surge is ticking here as well, showing you how stacked, how absolutely stacked the lobby is. There it is. 0 seconds on the Storm now. The Surge is kicking in. 6 players have a world of trouble right now. Reason has to be careful with who's nearby. And yes, he's going to get tagged a few times. No more shield left. That's it. 40 HP in the tank. He's still running for his life here. Trying to make his way to safety now. Finally, opportunity to heal. Just 1 Elim though. 32 players in the game still. Mr. Savage cooking as well. 4 Elims in a low ground. Can he find a 5th? There it is. Someone's in the box. The edits. Will he be able to respond in time? We'll find out in 2 seconds here now. And yes, he does. There it is. Another 50 HP finish. We're talking just several ticks off for Savage. He follows up with an RPG as well. And now 6 eliminations here, Clay. He is on fire in the low ground. King of the low ground right now.
And this is what we pointed to. Savage turns online after game 3 and 4. And game number 5, he's looking to make it his. Rezon, though, still in this game. He's trying to get elimination, and he does. Rezon, another low HP elimination. He is operating so well. We see top tier, elite, big name players do this, and he is making it look easy. He is running through this lobby, and he's going to take down Savage. What a huge elimination. He took down so many big names to secure his first place right now.
No way. He gets another one here, Clay. On the tail end of the Storm, the 4th elimination. Oh my gosh. What are you doing, Reason? You are tearing up the entire food chain right now. Absolutely adding disruption to the ecosystem. Reason now looking for another one. And yes, he's going to find it's going to be onto Umi this time around as he finds his 5th. Someone's in the box, so he doesn't care. It doesn't matter. That was a great run. 60 points. And now we're in the end game here with Letwick on height.
Letwick looking to move up in the leaderboard. He's got the caddy loot, the mythic loot there. As shots coming through. Clement is in this game as well, taking down an Os. A big hit there from Letwick, trying to secure this elimination. He knows that player is low, but not able to find him as Zone is pulling back. away from his shots come through. Shuzi made a wrong edit, and Letwick was there with the charge fully ready. He's got the shockwave. He can just shockwave everybody in his zone. He's looking to get some tags onto him first rate. At least he gets that elimination credit. The splash is going to go down here to Clement. Letwick on height. 3 eliminations. It's going on the mountain. Shot's going to come through. That's going to be Clement going down to 1v1. And Letwick takes down Queasy. 5 eliminations and the victory royale. Letwick comes out on top.